Greetings, folks! Chuka here, and welcome back to my channel. Folks, in today's video, I want to talk about something. I want to set the record straight, okay? For those who do not know, I create music. I enjoy making music. I have a little bit of a passion for it, but it's mostly for fun, you know? A lot of the stuff that goes on in my little crazy head, instead of acting on it, I do sometimes, it just depends. But if I'm feeling generous, I jot it down and I turn it into something creative. Not that whenever I lash out it's not creative, I always make sure every performance I put on is creative. But, you know, I jot it down and I turn it into a song. So, for example, like my song about fucking Epstein and Trump and fucking, you know, a bunch of serial killers and, you know, I create these songs because I want to express how I feel, and sometimes it's to take the piss out of people like that. But, I also cover songs too. The songs that I cover, they usually mean something to me. Like, a lot of the songs I cover are like by Harley Poe. You know, he's like a folk punk horror folk sort of musician, band. Who else is there? A JJ. I've covered a song by them. You know, I've done plenty of covers as well. Why the fuck? You see this face paint? I don't think I put it on right because it's like going up my nose. Anyway. But yes, I create my own music and I also cover music as well. But the point of today's video, right, is to call out some fucking dumbasses, okay? So, I'm gonna show you, right, a few comments, right? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show you a particular comment that stood out to me recently, okay? So, I will, do the voices for yous, and, yeah.
This is why AI music should be banned. Laughing face emoji.
Art cover is AI. The voice is all mine, Mr. Pajikish. I don't know how to pronounce that.
At the Joker underscore, I fucked it up. At the underscore Joker 8000. Well, good luck with it. Let me give you some advice. As just an old producer that has played in dozens of garage projects over the years, if you're trying to accomplish anything in music, stay away from politics. Unless that is the reason you're making it.
Good thing I'm not trying to be polished. Good thing I'm not trying to be polished. I'm trying to sound like a cigarette burned on a cassette tape, and folk punk without politics is just a guy yelling near a banjo in a basement. Listen, I'll stop mixing politics into my music when politicians stop ending up on Epstein's flight logs. Thank you, Grandpa, for the lovely advice, though. So, folks, as you heard and read there, you know, this guy commented on my music, right? We'll break it down. First thing he says, right, is this is why AI music should, not be, like, around, or should be banned. I think it was banned. Right. Let's make something very fucking clear, okay? Let's make this very clear. So, yes, the cover art, okay? It's AI. It is, right? And I'll tell you why I use it, okay? Unless one of you fucking assholes, right, want to send me, I don't know, 1,000 or couple £100 to hire an artist and, you know, do my artwork for me. Or maybe if you're that fucking talented, right? Okay? You do it. Okay? I haven't got the utensils. I haven't got that skill, you know. I'm not a very good drawer. Okay? What can I use as an example? Bear with me, right? Bear with me. I'll be back in a moment. Hold on. Okay, right. So, this is my journal, okay? That is the cover, right? That is my art. That is my kind of drawing, right? Okay? Bear with me. I'm going to show you some more. Okay, bear with me. There's some private stuff in here. So just bear with me, right? Bear with me. Fuck. Hold on. Bear with me. Hold on. Bear with me, folks. I will get it. I will get it. Hold on, right. Fuck it, I'll shoot this one. So, this is a picture of a fridge, right? Okay, because I'm fat, you know, I love me a good old fridge, right? That's a fridge, okay? Right. What else we got in here? What else? Come on, we gotta have something here. Come on. No, I don't want to go over there. Right, oh, I can't show that one. Holy fuck. Cannot show that. Right. Another one of my drawings, you know, of me. This is one of me, okay? Right, let's see. What's we got here? Let's see. I'm not gonna show that one either. Okay. So, this one is of me when I was 14 years old, okay? That's me. That's meant to be me, right? Smoking a wee cigarette, I got green hair, leather jacket, you know, my t-shirt, you know, that's meant to be me. But hold on, we ain't out of the woods yet. I know I have another good one here. Yeah, hold on. Bear with me. Right. Some more of my artwork, okay? Right? Just different versions of the Joker, right? Okay? Hold on. I'll show you one more. Hold on. I have something good in here. Fucking right a lot. No, not good enough. Not good enough. Come on! What's this? Put on a happy face, right? And, you know, the symbolism of death, right? We got 2 gravestones, we got a coffin, we got a dead body, and, you know, we got another grave thing, whatever the fuck you want to call that. You know what? I'll show you one more. I'll show you one more. This one, right, is, I did this with my face paint, actually. So, you know, that's a new logo I'm thinking of designing, you know, this is what I do when someone asks me to sign them, you know. This is my YouTube logo, you know, this is my Brotherhood logo, and this is just some mix of clown at the side of the drawing. So, yeah, so, basically, folks, as you can see, I'm not very good at fucking drawing, am I? No, I'm not. So, brings me back to the point, okay? Brings me back to the point. Oh, I'm gonna lose my shit. I haven't got the utensils and the skill and the, I don't know, the gift of being able to be a fucking artist. Unless someone would like to do it for free, because I cannot afford to pay for a fucking artist. Someone would like to do it for free. You may get in contact. I have Instagram, I have Snapchat, the YouTube comments, you know, I would take that fucking offer. But as of now, I do have to use AI for my cover art. Okay, can we all just understand, you know, not everyone is fucking rich and can afford an artist, you know? So, yeah, right. Holy fuck. There's also been some other shit, right? For example, like in that comment, he also says, you know, along the lines of like, if you're gonna be a musician, don't put politics in it. Let me explain something. I need a fucking beer. Bear with me before I even start. Come on. Right. Bear with me. Because this shit just pisses me off. Well, it doesn't... I just heard a squeak. It was me opening the bottle. Anyway. Right, so. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Let me just explain something. That's actually good. A little shout out. I'm not sponsored, I promise, but anyway. For those who are uninitiated and do not know what kind of music I do, I don't blame you. I do a lot of different music. But my main genres are folk punk and murder folk. There's a rot beneath the garden. There's a stench beneath the grid. 33 young lives down in the shallow pits. Dama, creeper with the fridge. You're not a monster, just garbage and grime. Rapist, weakling, sad little fool. That you are evil, you're budding and cruel. Put on the suits, put on the show. Made everyone think you were good to know. But underneath that pretty face lived a loser in a lonely place. Oh Richie, you think you're so grand. You're just filth in a cheap black band. You take what you want to, you please. Hide in the shadows down on your knees. You'll force your way, you take their breath. Prey on the ones who can't fight back yet. Liar with nothing good to say. I grin loud, 'cause the truth is plain. You're the trash that leaves a stain. Fake tan, fake man, rotten to the core. Pathetic little loser, what you roar for. Filth in your bones, dirt on your hands. Hanging with molesters where the dark expands. Filth and disgust, cold and mean, the worst kind of filth you ever did see. Oh, two dirty rats from across the way came here to ruin and dig a grave. They call themselves men, but that's a lie. Just cowards who hurt the weak and shy. You ran from your crimes, you thought you'd win. Now look at you, shaking in your skin. And I enjoy hurting people, 'cause I'm sadistic. I enjoy hurting people, 'cause I go ballistic. I enjoy hurting people, 'cause I'm twisted. I enjoy hurting people, especially when they're lifted. No. Folk punk is exactly what it sounds like. It's punk music, punk lyrics. What? Someone's gonna fucking screenshot that. It's punk lyrics with acoustic instruments. You know, it's got the fast strumming and the, you know, the fucking like, you know, the craziness of punk, and then, you know, it's on acoustic instruments, and then, you know, you've got the punk lyrics, so like basically fucking anarchy, you know, society, you know, the government, the whole system, you know, things like that. You know, they call it things like that. I need a burp. Excuse me, that was incredibly fucking rude, but I don't care. Anyway, so, you know, you got things like that. You got things like that. So, when... And then Murder Folk, sorry. I'll do Murder Folk now. Murder Folk is more or less the same. You know, you're just... It's like folk music, only you're singing about... you know, like... substance abuse, you know, mental health issues, serial killers, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's very slow and sometimes fast, but it has like that gritty tone to it. You know, kind of like gothic country, like a little bit like it, not entirely, but like a little bit. But yeah, so whenever he says, you know, whenever he goes and he says, don't bring politics into music, it kind of defeats the fucking person. Kind of defeats the point of the music that I make, doesn't it? Imagine you go up to like some fucking anarchist, right? And you say, who do you support? Trump, or I don't know, we'll say Obama or something. They're not gonna give a fuck. Holy shit, well they might, but most of them won't. You know what I mean? Like, it's just stupid. You're going to a punk artist and you're asking him to not put politics in his music. It kind of defeats the fucking purpose of music, you know? Anyway, we're gonna go to another comment that I've had, so let's get to it. Okay, so this one was on Instagram, okay? This was me, you know, sharing my shared session of I Enjoy Hurting People, you know, as one of my original songs, yada yada yada. Anyway, I got this comment by little_Luke 777, and he says,
I don't know if anyone told you, but you have to play actual notes and not just slap all the guitar strings at once. That would be a start.
And then, you know, I say, not looking to make an actual music career. It's just for fun, plus I like the sound of the guitar. It sounds chaotic and messy, and that's what I was going for. Thank you nonetheless for your advice. And then I put like my little Joker fucking emoji, because, you know, that's how you know it's by me, in case like you didn't read my profile. Okay, so this one I somewhat understand, but at the same time, you don't get me, you don't know me. So, what I try to aim for with my music is something for the crazies, the lunatics. You know, yes, the sound can be nice, but I want my fans, the listeners, and, you know, whoever may want to listen to my words. Not just the sound behind the track, but my words especially. Because everything I sing about means something to me, and it may mean something to yous, you know? So, let me just explain. That song, I Enjoy Hurting People, right? Very bold title, you know, probably people would be worried and, you know, frightened maybe. And I can't blame them, the song is about my sadistic nature. For those who do not know, I'm a tad bit of a sadist. But before you go start judging, go listen to the song. I explain when it comes out and how it comes about. Okay? I enjoy hurting people who are worse than me. I enjoy hurting people. I'm making them bleed. I enjoy hurting people just for fun. I enjoy hurting people. Funny when they run. And I enjoy hurting people, cause I'm sadistic. I enjoy hurting people, cause I go ballistic. I enjoy hurting people, cause I'm twisted. I enjoy hurting people, especially when they're listed. So, yeah. For the song, I didn't want like an actual nice melody. I wanted something like razory, fucking chaotic and not right because holy shit. Anyway, the point of the song was like I wanted it to be crazy and fucking almost sound violent, so. That's why I just grabbed this guitar and I just started going dun 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 dun. I just started doing that and it was fucking created and I just would stop it and do the lyrics and then kick back up again because it sounded fucking twisted and that's what I was aiming for. So yeah. Okay, so this one's from a little while ago. On the song cover I did of What I've Done. Now this, I'll explain after, but I'm just gonna read out the comments. Horrible song, not worth the listen. Same for your comments. And then my dear friend Michael says, if you have nothing nice to say, why say anything? It's a song cover dedicated to his late nanny. I then say, thank you, brother, and that's it. Right, folks, for that one, please do not go harass this person. Because yes, it is a very cheap dig, but I'm sure he was unaware. Even though in the description of the video and at the end of the song there's a photo of me and my nanny, and then in the description it tells you why I made it. So you know what? Go ahead! Go fucking, I don't know, shove a pole up his ass or something. Smash a bottle over his head, light him on fire, I don't care. But, yeah. And you know what? I will admit, I haven't got a lovely singing voice. I don't. But the thing is, folks, I do it for fun. I do it because I relate with the song. I do it to get my emotions out. I'm not looking to become a fucking famous musician. You know what I mean? I do this simply for fun. And those who enjoy my music, I do appreciate it. I'm glad that you like listening to my songs. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I'm glad I'm able to create something for you. That's why I do this whole thing, the channel, the videos, the reactions, the short films, the projects, the music, I do it all to entertain you, I'm an entertainer. This is what I want to do as a job, be an entertainer. Music is just a wee side hustle, you know what I mean? Like, this is my main thing, making videos, creating content, I'm doing this shit for some fucking reason, but anyway, yeah. I'm not looking to become a famous musician. I know I haven't got the voice of fucking Elton John. right? I know I haven't got the fucking guitar skills of fucking Kurt Cobain. You know, I am aware of this, but it's for fun, folks. It's all for shits and giggles. You know what I mean? And for my favourite lunatics out there, you know? I just find it all so fucking ridiculous, you know? And again, I'm not particularly mad. Don't get me wrong, every time I get a hate comment, I'm like, fucking asshole. But after a bit and I sit down, I realise how ridiculous it is. And I just want to give a little message to my haters, okay? My dear subscribers, use me. Close your ears for this one, or you can listen. Whatever you want, but to my haters, thank you. Every comment you leave helps me. It does. It shows people more of my videos. Each time you click on one of my videos to go and fucking type, all it does is get me more views. So, I really do appreciate it. And you may think, oh, he's just trying to be funny. He's just acting the wag, you know. He's fucking just trying to get under my skin. Believe me, I'm not. I'm really fucking not. If I want to get under your skin, I would use a fucking knife. But anyway. Anyway. I'm gonna leave it here, folks. I hope you enjoyed whatever the fuck this was. I guess I just wanted the vent, but anyway, folks. I'm considering starting a new series, actually. Reading hate comments. I think that would be fucking funny as fuck. Reading hate comments. You know, be interesting. And of course, we can do regular reading comment videos too. But, that, you know, I think that would go really well. You know, once a year I do answering questions, you know, but I feel like reading comments could be a really good one. Like, it doesn't have to be once a year, it can be like every couple weeks. You know, I feel like that would be fun. So, yeah. But anyway, we're gonna leave it there, folks. Slapped a wee bit too hard on my left leg there. Anyway, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a good one.